my name is Umu, and I'm React to K channel creator.
Hello everyone, my name is Kevin. I'm a pianist from Classical Musicians React, and today we are reacting to the entire album
Don't Wanna Dance Anymore, Don't Wanna Gonna, Never Gonna Dance Anymore.
Never Gonna Dance Again, Act 1 by Taemin. Also, the Never Gonna Dance Again, obviously a reference to George Michael. Careless Whisper, you know, the one with the sax riff.
I know this video looks extremely long, but we are featuring the songwriter Adrian McKinnon as part of our album discussion.
One of the big inspirations for like me falling in love with K-pop was due to Taemin and the song Danger. I went out there in March for the first time, and they kind of gave us sort of a rundown of what K-pop is, because you know, there's a lot of us that were new to the whole market. And so Taemin had just released his project, and Danger, the video Danger, was presented, and I heard that. I was like, whoa, this is so crazy. Like, who is that? And why does he dance so well? And how come he's giving me MJ vibes? Yeah. Like everything, hitting all the marks for me. So that's where I was like sold. I was like, okay, I gotta write for this market for sure.
So without further ado, let's listen to Black Rose, co-written by Adrian McKinnon, LDN Noise, Deez, and then the feature, Kid Malili, co-wrote the lyrics. I don't think I've heard anything from Kid before, so this will be something new.
3, 2, 1, let's go. That's low. That's low. It's an F sharp.
Okay! This kind of has the same dark atmosphere that the title track did, but it's a lot more in your face, a lot more hard-hitting. Oh.
I like that. The first line hits the G sharp, and the next line hits the A. What?
Didn't see that chord coming.
Wow, we went Lydian for a second. Well, no, wouldn't call it Lydian. Dorian. Almost got that wrong. Oh, it's got that tango, the Latin.
I like the scale degrees they decided to have the melody on. It helps create like this tension, dark sound.
I like it because Kid Milli's part is the whoa. Kid Milli's part is the bass in that section, followed by yeah.
There's so much push and pull with his lyrics. I love the little major moment right there. And then we settle back into where we were at the beginning. With a very chromatic, mysterious feeling almost.
Listen to that little dissonance. Oh, that's so spicy.
We're gonna go.
What? What is happening? It sounds like we were in between keys. That's a bridge. Wow. That was jazzy. That was a jazz chord right there. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Holy shit! Ah!
The song's very good. I admire it a lot. It's really, really cool. Lots of great musical decisions, lots of great subtle uses of dissonance and modal mixture like the Dorian mode, and that whole bridge I wouldn't consider it a key change. I would consider it some sudden injection of different chords, which is what modal mixture literally is. Yeah, really liked it.
What? Okay. The chorus melody I was able to catch on to pretty quickly. I kind of know where the melody's gonna go. But then like the bridge hit and then I had no idea where we were going for the rest of the song. Okay, the two things I want to double check on is that one transition, first verse. It's 3, 2, 1. That. Leaving the phrase on scale degree 2, because in a scale which ends up creating the key that a song is in, it's all the notes that the song plays or can play. 1, scale degree 1 is our home note. We feel very comfortable here. Na is scale degree 2, and it wants to resolve to 1, but we end in that phrase here. Which is, I don't know too many musical phrases that end on scale degree 2. And we don't even resolve it when we move to the next phrase, I don't think. 48, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we do, in the bass. But the vocal melody jumps up to somewhere else. Oh, that was such a nice moment because it leaves you hanging and then we move on. It isn't like leave hanging, okay, now a solid resolve and then move on. It's just like, da, 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 da. It's a nice pick-me-up. Okay, that bridge, where did we go? 3, 2, 1. I'll leave this figuring out to Kevin. Otherwise, it's going to take me like 20 minutes to figure out without a keyboard. Moving on.
All right, strangers. 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
I love the percussion is someone freaking walking on a sidewalk or something.
The chords chosen here are odd.
Vocal leap? Ah! It happened a second time.
Okay, now there's more backbone to it. It's a 1 and a 4. But I like those chords. They're just different, you know. You can hear that they sound different. A little more ambiguous. Kami, Kami, you forgot me, got me. The guitar. I like it. The song is in a constant state of suspense. There's also a clock ticking motif going on.
This falsetto is beautiful.
I just like the chords in this. They're not as concrete.
Adding in more percussion. Ooh, I like that. Wow. Effect on the synth. Kind of feels like you're moving up and down. Oh, it kind of changed from walking to stomps.
I like how it sounds deeper here.
your riff, boy.
Oh, I like this. This is great. Yeah, board is on a tiny bit repetitive. I just like that piano tone. Whoa! When it did the thing at the end, it sounded like sometimes you can put stuff on the piano string. I can't demonstrate here because it's a digital one, but you can like put a finger over a string on a piano or like cover one of the strings and then play the key, and you hear some of those overtones. That's what that little effect at the end brought out. There's like you hear there's like almost another layer of notes that like go up. That's what overtones are.
This is a song that I want to dive back into just immediately and listen to with the lyrics, because it feels like it's telling a story. Like, you know, you're starting off with, you know, the sound of walking, and that's where the story begins. Then it ends up changing to stomping, so you know you've ventured somewhere else. I just don't know what to say. I'm struggling with what to say. Should I go back and just listen, see if I can summarize my thoughts a little more? 3 seconds in, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna look up the lyrics. God, I love the melody. The melody is absolutely beautiful. I love that. Is it an octave leap? Or just a fifth? Oh, we have a little guitar. Wow! And then we have such interesting effects on the piano. We're gonna like weaves in and out, and you can really hear the grit of the piano sound. I'm so incredibly moved emotionally by this. And I think that's why I'm having such a hard time coming up with words to explain technically. Like my thoughts. Oh, and there's little breathing sounds. Love the bridge! Because even though we move to such lower register, Taemin is able to sing in a way as if we're moving forward, gaining energy, and we don't really have any shift in instrumental that makes us think that we're having a build, but he does that all with his voice and in such a in such a low register. Okay, I'm going back to that song many more times after this first listen. Holy shit. Okay.
All right, waiting for. What are we waiting for? Guess we'll find out. I'm excited to hear this. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Oh! Hello! What string instrument are you? Oh, we actually have... Is that flamenco stuff? Tango? Sorry, this is more like a tango, right?
Nice bass. Nice drone. Ooh, nice drone. Keeps the little piano. I dig that. Okay, then you go deep voice. Okay, not as crazy about this one.
Oh, the piano continued what the background voice was singing. Oh yes, guitar, come, come, come. Is that what it's called? Castanets?
Every time I wanted to say something, something interesting happens. Definitely like the drum. Those knocks before the chorus are really cool.
Ooh, little jumps. Woo! Ooh, wait. It's approached in a very breathy way.
I feel like that chorus actually went the expected length, because the first one, they cut it short for a little bit. See, like, in terms of a bridge build-up, this is a little by the numbers. Even that high note, like, we've heard higher notes already in this album. I have to think about it from the album context. Like, he's still got a lot of swag. Every time he hits that B flat, it's interesting. You can tell he's doing something different with it. But as an overall experience, it's not the strongest track so far.
Oh, little guitar. Another awesome song, just painting out how amazing of a vocalist Taemin is. I think, just like to summarize my overall thoughts of this song, is I did like it a lot better before the trap beat came in, because I thought we were going to get a really nice acoustic track, but having the trap beat kind of does help it connect to Strangers, because Strangers also had a trap beat, and then Black Rose also had a trap beat, so they're kind of fusing together in a continuous way by having that shared element. But yeah, having the Spanish guitar just, dance around the instrumentals. And I think in this track, I was really, really drawn to Taemin's vocals the most. Just jumping, and then we had some really fun affected voices in the backgrounds that I'm guessing might be the producers, or maybe they affected Taemin's voice, but it sounded like, hey, yeah, ooh, hey, yeah, ooh. So it's like starts out with the voice, and then it kind of like changes to something like super, super affected.
I actually listen to a lot of traditional Latin music where all the instruments are going hard. The mixing might be a bit older, because I sometimes go even back to the 50s and 60s to find that really, really grassroots type of Latin music, That's why every time I hear a Latin beat start, I'm like, oh no. For example, Havana by Camila Cabello is not a song I enjoy very much. It feels a little gimmicky for me personally, because very often it means that not only are the harmonies very simple, it's just 1-4-5 most of the time, but also like the instrumentation that we come to expect, like the little castanets, the little strings, oftentimes are doing something quite rudimentary, like just playing triads, dun, 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 done. It's not that I don't enjoy the genre. It's not that I don't enjoy the culture. It's that I'm used to those almost old, fuzzy recordings where all the instruments feel like one unit doing their thing. So yeah, this song, not the strongest, but I'm excited to hear the next song, which is Famous Korean version. I've not heard Famous, and I'm guessing originally it's a Japanese song.
And I have watched many times because it's like some of the best choreography out there. But when is Taemin's choreography not the best choreography out there? Because it honestly is always. So yeah, I have reacted to Famous, the Japanese version, on our Patreon because some K-pop Japanese copyright is like super, super strict, and that happens to be mostly around SHINee stuff. When it comes to SHINee's Japanese releases, they are taken down and blacked and striped like immediately. So it's very scary. And so my reaction to Famous, I think Sean, the classical composer from this channel, also reacted to Famous on Patreon. So if you guys want to see that, it is up there. So this is me re-listening and maybe talking about what I've noticed since listening to it for the first time. 3, 2, Famous. Oh, there's some whispering. Wait. Let's start that over. Let's listen to the background. 3, 2, 1. Just instrumental. Oh, that's why the yeah echoed left and right.
It continues the lower octave thing from the last song. Maybe that's why the song was placed here.
I never noticed this echo before. But now the echo's gone.
I like the bass quite a bit. The drama, or the trouble.
The guitar and the synth. Higher register instrumentals to move us forward. Famous, I'm so fabulous. Famous, I'm so fabulous. Famous.
He's going for those Latin notes again. A little sparse for me. Was this a hit? Oh, his rapping is good though. Oh, I like this. Yeah, this doesn't sound like a hit. Sounds like a bit more like a B-side.
The plucked guitar adds so much variation in this section. And then
That's cool. I like the fills. Yeah, always could use a good fill. Even the do just now.
this verse changes. Instead of famous, na 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 na, it just goes famous. I didn't notice that before. It's kind of like, this song is kind of like slithery.
Drama. I like that. It ends on the 2, which is odd. Ooh, favorite. That's pretty cool.
Everything's really muffled. Reverb. Yeah!
See, I appreciate the delay, but I don't think it lived up to its full potential. Even the slap bass here. Like the rhythmic section, it grooves, but it isn't quite funky. It doesn't make you feel that funk, you know? So the slap bass there, it's an interesting idea, but I'm not sure if it totally paid off.
Okay, 236, 3, 2, 1. I didn't notice the slap bass popping out this much in past choruses. And then guitar part up there. That's so interesting. I didn't expect to notice this many new things, but that makes me appreciate the song even more. Because I felt, when I first listened to the song, I thought this was another one of those like going for a very specific vibe, repeating, and then maybe some subtle changes here and there. But upon re-listen, without the choreography to take all my attention, that makes me, that's Famous is on a whole new level. And just to make it even more of an amazing song, we add the awesome choreography. Wow.
Clockwork. 3, 2, 1, let's go. The piano tones on this album have been on point so far. I like the vibe. It feels like early 20th century French piano piece.
Why do I want to cry already? That thud. It doesn't sound electronic bass drum, it sounds like an acoustic. You feel like the softness, but also the texture of its punch. Ticking. We're in compound meter.
Nice. Ooh, I like the way he says clockwork. That's so sensual.
And I love the woodblock sound, where you can hear the attack very sharp, but you can also hear the warmth of the reverb.
Oh, I like that. She's like clockwork. I like the cutoff so much. Because as a pianist, I can hear the pedal that's being added on the notes, and you can hear that last note, the pedal suddenly lifts. And it's subtle, but it's such a cool effect. Love it.
I don't think he actually belted this melody before. This is beautiful development.
Oh. Oh. Whoa.
Wow. Those percussion hits were like shots in my heart.
It's a strange synth cymbal. It sounds like glass breaking until you listen to it closely.
The octave.
Oh, this section's excellent. Wow. Ooh, this is great. This is awesome.
This tone is so whole and round. I don't want this to ever end. That slide up really gets me in the heartstrings.
That was offbeat. Did the clockwork go out of time at the end? Is that what it symbolizes? Boom, bum, boom.
Oh my god!
You know what? Maybe I'll do something about just teaching you guys how to play that little piano thing, because that's a texture that I love so much that I don't hear at all ever.
Meanwhile.
Oh my god!
So cool. Excellent. Excellent. Big fan. Let's go.
Lyrics, you need to look at the lyrics. Oh my god. Oh god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, your scent and breath wakes me up and stab me. Honestly, I felt like I was stabbed several times throughout that. With the percussion and also with Taemin's like the it's just like, it's so stable and persistent, and it just literally felt like he was stabbing me through the heart with the high note. Whoa! I'm broken. That broke me. That song broke me. I don't think I can move on.
Next song, Just Me and You. The album has totally come back for me, so that song was great. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Just Me and You.
That sounds like, when you're playing music and you go to the speaker. That's what it sounds like, the background.
Wah-wah effect.
Yeah, this is a nice, slow, groovy song.
Okay, I like that they can hear the bass line, but the whole thing could have been more atmospheric. See that very roomy quality we had in Criminal? Like, I could use a bit more of that here. This is cool though. Because this is meant to sound a bit narrow, a bit smaller.
This is another song where the singing is so dynamic. And what's that high thing in the background?
A little timpani before? Yeah, see, if you're gonna put a timpani, you better live up to that timpani role, you know?
Okay, this isn't typical trap. Like the sound of what would replace a trap hi-hat. It's kind of sounds like sparkles or no sparks. It sounds like little sparks. It sounds like what Calcifer looks like in Hell's Moving Castle.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Interesting that we have one synth pan center and then we have something panned a little bit more to the right. That's in unison with that line. That was an. We have that back again.
Even sparser. It didn't reintroduce the wah wah. The syllables. I like that little synth that was muffled just now. Ah, see, you hear the roll from underneath you, and then there's like a cutting point. It cuts into something a little more generic.
Yep, and then we add in a higher melody for the final chorus. Da, 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 da. Oh, but their vocal line is different. Oh, I thought he was gonna go up there. Oh, he ended in unison with a synth.
Just me and you.
Oh, okay. What is that sound? That isn't photo sound. That's isn't that the sound when you like put in the tape, whatever we used to listen to before CDs? Kind of sounded like that. That was really nice. That had the perfect amount of repetition, I feel, because as soon as we reached a new section, we took out some things. And that section was long enough without that material that when it did come back, it was so welcome. But like the wah, 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 wah stuff, and then also the really reverby, like percussive. This song is a really smooth transportation from the mind space that Clockwork leaves you in, and I could picture maybe this next song, Nemo, being a little bit more dramatic. We'll see where it takes us.
Okay, going back to video mode. Let's go. Nemo.
Like Finding Nemo?
The Nemo I thought of was actually Nemo by Nightwish, a symphonic metal band. I really like that song.
If I could see your heart, probably your ending would not be like this. I do not think this is about Finding Nemo.
A stage performance. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay. Chords are intriguing. You want to drop.
Drip drop. Oh, that's another really smooth transition.
Ooh, that's spicy. Like that.
MJ ballad vibes with the textures of the instrumental. That sparkly synth. Major modal mixture.
Bit of a rhythm section going on. Whoa.
Nice groove change for the chorus. And the bass. The bass. We are not doing the ballad that I thought we were going to have during the first verse. Some really crunchy background harmonies.
Sometimes the instrumentals sound a bit like an ancient Asian texture. Not here, but in the earlier section. It reminds me of the Zheng and stuff.
A little sine wave. Oh, that riff! Okay.
It goes in major, and then goes back in minor. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Fan of that.
Wow, the bass goes like ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-ba. What did he just flip his mic?
Mic toss. That was incredible. Oh, okay, that chord is so cool. That's just brings it in a different, like a major light, just lifts it up.
Yo, the bass just echoed his run. The song started off, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a pretty chill ballad. And then it just went so many places that I never thought it was going to go. Impressive vocals, hella lit bass part, jazz harmony in the verse, rad, fancy moves. I cannot express the amount of awe I'm feeling towards Taemin and the producers on this album right now.
Here's the thing with this album. Sporadic cool things are not happening anymore. The first song, Criminal, we've got a very good vocal melody because of its simplicity and the way the atmosphere enhances that simplicity. The second song, Black Rose, we got an excellent vocal melody because of the way it uses dissonances and it goes to unexpected places. But then the rest of this album, even though there are times when the instrumental textures really enamor me, I find myself either not really paying attention to the vocals when there's interesting stuff happening, or when the instrumentals leave a bit to be desired as well. What happens is I start paying attention to the vocal part because that's the most prominent thing, and I realize there's a lot going on. The thing that comes to my mind is it's lacking purpose. Like in Black Rose, remember there was that one moment where I said, oh, it goes to a G sharp, and the next measure goes to an A. So within the melody, there's some grander purpose. For example, this last song, Nemo, got a melody that slides around constantly. Even though it doesn't have a grand scheme, going from low to high to high to low. Not all great songs are good because of that. If you're not gonna do the grander scheme thing, at least you have to be really catchy. And I'm not sure if some of these later tracks really hit that spot either. Yeah, definitely something to think about. Just as why songs hit you, and if a song really hits you melodically in some way that didn't hit me, feel free to post something in the comments and tell me why, what you hear in it.
Damn. Okay, 2 kids. So this was a pre-release, which I decided to save until the album was released. I'm So emotionally depleted right now.
뒤길수록 가봐도 날 내버려둬
I like the bass drum, the syncopation.
후회 속에서라도 널 그리도록
Nice, nice, really cool.
우리의 마지막인 줄
Okay, this is exactly what we need for the end of the album. Holy shit.
이기려 들던 나였었지
The soft hits and the guitar gives us a hopeful, lifted feeling.
Ooh, but the soundscape is really capturing me. What is this rhythm section? I thought we were building up to like this band, rock band sound.
Yeah, nice little transition. Oh, that little minor 4, I believe. That's just like the change of sadness.
너와 나내 맘 같지 않던 모든 것에 헤어짐의 이유를 더 깊이 새겼네 서로 미친 듯이 싸우고 또 후회하길 반복해 대
Whoa, those rhythms.
이미 지난 일들을
That was fun.
떠올리기도 해 이보다 나쁠 수는
Oh,
없던
Brooklyn, that couldn't get any worse.
그래도 시작은 좀 예뻤던 것 같아 네가 내게 남긴
See, because the verse is already so airy and spacey. You know, we need some resolute percussion. Yeah, what is this percussive section? It's blowing my mind, but not necessarily in the right way.
Yeah. Da 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 da. When he reaches that note, it's a little bit of a energy explosion. Yeah, life sometimes be like that, pushing through crowds of people. Feel like it's hard to struggle to get forward.
We were just too young. We were just too young and dumb. We were just too young and dumb. 주마다 입을 맞춰 하나씩. We were just too young and dumb.
Bridge comes back to the beginning.
너와 난 too kids, too young and dumb. 어리고 멍청한 서툴렀던 마음. 화가 나죠 유난히 서럽던
The vocoder effect with his unique vibrato, unique tone is such a beautiful mixture. Oh, I didn't notice the beautiful piano part.
It's like going through the snake filter. It's like woo, woo, woo.
너와 난
Oh. What did I just experience? We went through so many areas. No, not even areas. Like, I just felt like each song really, really succeeded in hitting me emotionally. So for Two Kids, which is kind of more of like an upbeat pop track with a tinge of sadness, is the perfect ending because it's almost comforting in a way for it to be the last song. That album was amazing. Do you have auto-tune turned on right now?
Bad. Wow.